I'm Eileen Stromberger, the reference librarian at the Fairchild Air Force Base Library, and welcome to another episode of Perch Talks. Today I'm going to be talking about self-care and mindfulness resources because it's important for us to not only take care of our physical well-being, but our emotional and mental well-being as well. So self-care is about learning to calm ourselves, to relax ourselves, and to just clear our mind. And as for mindfulness, if you are not familiar with that term and what exactly it is, mindfulness is about being present in the current moment, not thinking about the past, not thinking about the future, but being right here, right now, and enjoying those little things that are right in front of us. So some good websites to go to learn how to calm ourselves down and how to clear our minds. The Daily is a very good one to go to. It has free inspirations, or as I'd like to call it, food for thought. There are just some short stories that you can read and reflect on and use them however way you'd like and apply them to your own lives, or just give it a little thought to it. Another good place to go to is Mrs. Mindfulness. Mrs. Mindfulness is actually a woman named Melly O'Brien. She lives in Australia and she's a meditation teacher. And she has a blog. She writes some interesting things on it. And if you sign up for her emails, you'll get some weekly mindful quotes. Again, short little food for thought, things to reflect on. Another good place to go to is a website that's done by Don Miguel Ruiz. He is a Mexican Toltec master, and he also deals with mindfulness, but he also deals with something called the Four Agreements. And we have this book in our library. I highly recommend it. And his four agreements are: number 1, be impeccable with your word; 2, don't take anything personally; 3, don't make assumptions; and 4, always do your best. And those are easier said than done. He goes into more detail about those 4 agreements in his book and also on his website. I'll be giving the website addresses in the description above for this website and the others that I just mentioned. So just take a look there so you can visit those places. As for books, there are quite a few books on self-care and self-help. A good one to go to is Real Happiness. We have this book in our library. You can also download it on Overdrive. And what Sharon Salzberg is doing is she's just teaching how to meditate, and it's very simple. If you're looking at meditation at its basic, it's just about breathing in and breathing out and just focusing on the breath. But she talks a little bit more about that in her book. If you do get the book from the library, you will also get the CD that you can listen to. It's very helpful to go along with that. So again, Real Happiness by Sharon Salzberg. Another good book to go to, which again we have in our library, and you can get this online through RBdigital, is the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Archbishop Desmond Tutu. And they talk about their own experiences and their own suggestions for finding peace, happiness, and joy in your life. You can read that and take what you like from what they have to say. But again, a good place to go to. And another book which I highly recommend, and again, we do have this in our library, and this book you can find on Hoopla. You can download it there. It's called The Little Book of Hygge, and for anyone who remembers the Hygge movement of a couple of years ago, it was a popular thing not too long ago. Hygge is the Danish concept of coziness, of comfort, and it's just about the little things in life and paying attention to the little things, like a cup of tea, for instance, or having nice, cozy, warm socks, or cuddling up on the sofa with a good book, or watching a good movie. It's just paying attention to those little everyday pleasures and not thinking about what happened before or what's happening now, but living in the here and now. So some great resources to go to. There are a lot more resources than the ones that I mentioned. If you go to our catalog online, or if you go to any of the databases, or if you're going to Yahoo and Google, some keywords that are helpful in finding mindful and self-care, self-help resources are mindfulness, self-care, self-help, happiness, finding joy, finding peace. If you put any of those phrases, then that should lead you to different resources along those lines. And I'd also like to mention that Universal Class, the database which our library offers, it does have classes on mindfulness and meditation, so that may be of interest to some of you. And if you are interested in joining a meditation practice, I'd like to say that under normal circumstances, we do have a meditation practice in our library, which I lead. It's actually on Thursdays between 1 and 1:30, just a half hour long. And what we do is we just get together and take a break from our hectic schedule and focus on our breathing. And that's pretty much it. Not a bad deal. So in the meantime, until our next Perch Talks, please stay safe, stay healthy, and cheers!